What makes Keanu Reeves the most kind and humble man in Hollywood? Despite a life filled with hardship, loss, and unimaginable grief, Keanu's heart remains full of kindness. This is the story of a man who proves that compassion matters more than fame or fortune. Born in Beirut, Keanu's early life was anything but easy. Abandoned by his father at age 3, he was raised by his mother and 3 different stepfathers, moving from place to place and changing houses often. Struggling with dyslexia and getting laughed at by his peers at school, he had to change 4 schools in 5 years, including an acting school where he was expelled. He also had to endure the burden of taking care of his sister at a very young age. Life gave him no breaks. He was a first-class hockey goalkeeper, but he lost his dream of being a hockey player after a serious car accident and later endured the devastating loss of his best friend, River Phoenix, to a drug overdose at a young age of 23. Through it all, Keanu persevered. He worked odd jobs, sharpening skates, cutting bushes, cooking in a restaurant, just to get by. And when he finally found love and everything started to fall into place, life struck again. His first child was stillborn, and just 2 years later, on April 2, 2001, his girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, tragically passed away in a car crash as she lost control of her car, losing her life instantly. This happened when he was at the prime of his career and was only 37 years old. Keanu found himself alone, with only his beloved dog keeping him company. Yet, instead of growing bitter, Keanu turned his pain into kindness. Here are some of the instances where he showed that love and kindness have miraculous powers. Keanu's generosity knows no limits. He gave away a whopping $50 million of his Matrix earnings to the film's crew, people we never see on screen. He even took a pay cut to bring bigger stars to movies, making everyone's dreams possible. He once took a hefty pay cut of $2 million for the movie The Devil's Advocate and asked the producer to give it to Mr. Pacino to co-star alongside him. Reeves' selfless nature emerged once again a few years later when he starred in The Replacements. This time, his co-star was the legendary Gene Hackman, who, like Al Pacino, wasn't the most budget-friendly option. To assist, Reeves willingly gave up a portion of his salary to help Warner Brothers secure Hackman for the sports comedy. Interestingly, Reeves' generosity hasn't been limited to high-profile co-stars. Many of his colleagues have also benefited from his kindness over the years. Keanu has been a silent hero. He donated 70% of his Matrix earnings to cancer research after his sister Kim Reeves' decade-long fight with leukemia, and fortunately, she defeated the disease. He funded children's hospitals, quietly helped crew members in need, all without any publicity stunts or fanfare. Now, imagine this. You're on a flight, everything seems fine, and suddenly the plane has to make an emergency landing. Scary, right? Well, for some lucky passengers, this turned into the coolest adventure ever, because none other than the beloved Matrix star, Keanu Reeves, was on board. Yup, the Keanu Reeves, the star of John Wick and The Matrix, just became a real-life hero. The flight was traveling from San Francisco to Los Angeles when it had to land unexpectedly in Bakersfield, California. A mechanical problem forced the plane down, but everyone was safe.
The people who can unload the bags won't be here for 3 hours. But the vans will be here in an hour. So if you want to hit the road and then deal with your bags later, or deal with customer service and get it delivered, maybe. If you want to.
Here's where Keanu Reeves steps in. He doesn't panic. Instead, he starts helping. He talks to the airline staff, gathers the passengers together, and finds a solution to get everyone to their destination quickly. Keanu organizes a plan. Leave the luggage, get into vans, and hit the road. Imagine being stuck and then John Wick himself saves the day.
Its population is around 380,000, making it the 9th most populous city in California and the 52nd most populous city in the nation.
What's even cooler? Keanu doesn't just sit quietly. He entertains the group. He reads fun facts about Burbank, plays some old-school country music, and shares laughs with everyone. And yes, Keanu being Keanu, he stops to take photos with fans along the way. What a legend! Keanu Reeves turned a stressful day into an unforgettable experience, proving why he's everyone's favorite superstar. Despite being worth over $350 million, he still travels like an ordinary man and gives up his seat to a woman after realizing she was standing next to him. What a gentleman! Looking at the woman's reaction, I think she didn't realize that it was her lucky day as a humble superstar offered her a seat. In another instance, Keanu Reeves just did something so cool that it makes every other celebrity look like an amateur. We all know Keanu as John Wick, the action superstar. But did you know how much he loves and appreciates his team? After filming John Wick 4, Keanu took his entire stunt team out for a fancy dinner as a gesture to thank them for their incredible work. But that's not all. He surprised each of them with a luxury Rolex watch. And these weren't just any watches. They had personal engravings on the back that said John Wick 5 and a heartfelt thank you.
And after wrapping filming on the most recent one, the 4th installment of John Wick, Keanu took the 4-man stunt crew out to dinner and he gifted them with personalized Rolexes.
What? Wow.
Yeah, there's an engraving on the back reading the John Wick 5 with a thank you to each of the guys. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Keanu's raised the bar for coworkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Coworker gifts.
At another instance, he overheard one of his crew members talking to another crew member, mentioning that he may lose his house if he can't pay $20,000 soon. As soon as he did that, he immediately deposited the amount on the crew member's account the same day. In another gesture of kindness, he also gifted 12 custom Harley-Davidson bikes to 12 of his stuntmen for the John Wick 3 movie, and not only, he also took care of the rest of the 800 crew members by gifting them champagne worth over $50,000. He once said that the crew members are the true heroes of a movie. Without them, these movies won't attract audience. What makes these stories special is that not once would you hear them from the man himself. These stories are always told by people around him.
But he managed to secure 12 custom Harley-Davidsons for each of the guys and kind of surprised the whole crew with that. Bought everybody a bottle of champagne for an 800-person crew just to say thank you because it was such an experience for him.
In this wholesome video, Keanu Reeves just melted hearts again, this time with one of his youngest fans. In a sweet moment at a comic book shop in LA, 9-year-old Noah, a superfan, got to meet his favorite actor, Keanu Reeves. And Keanu blushes a little when the kid says this.
You're definitely my favorite actor in the whole entire world.
Keanu's response was just as sweet. He gave Noah a big hug and listened to his awesome ideas. Noah even asked if Keanu would work on a kids project, maybe like Toy Story or a comic book for kids his age. Keanu loved the idea and said, "That's something we need to do." Next, imagine this. It's your wedding day, everything is perfect, and suddenly, Keanu Reeves shows up as a guest. Sounds like a movie, right? But it actually happened. During a beautiful wedding at Fawsley Hall in England, the bride was stunned when Keanu Reeves appeared outside the reception. Her husband, James, had spotted Keanu staying at the same hotel earlier and casually invited him to say hello. To everyone's surprise, he actually did. Keanu was relaxed and down to earth. He congratulated the couple, hugged the bride, and chatted with guests. Someone even yelled, "Is that John Wick?" Keanu laughed, took photos, and made everyone's day extra special. The wedding photos went viral overnight, even making headlines in America. Keanu didn't steal the spotlight, he just added a magical moment to an already perfect day. This sweet encounter proves once again, Keanu Reeves isn't just a movie star, he's one of the nicest people in Hollywood. In 1997, while walking through West Hollywood, Keanu noticed a homeless man, Thomas, sitting alone. But instead of walking past like everyone else, Keanu stopped, sat down next to him, as if they were old friends, sharing stories, laughter, and a rare connection. Hours passed as Thomas opened up about his struggles, dreams of being a musician, and how life had pushed him to the streets. But Keanu didn't stop there. He bought him coffee, sandwiches, and even a guitar to bring back a piece of Thomas's lost dreams. With tears in his eyes, Thomas strummed, reconnecting with his passion. This incident's truthfulness was also confirmed by one user, is Reddit, as he mentioned, quote, "One of my coworkers, who also was trying to be an actor, did a movie scene with Keanu. Went over to talk to him and I went with him. My coworker asked Keanu if he remembered doing the scene with him and he said he did. They talked for a few minutes and I went inside to start my shift. Keanu and the other man were both gone about 20 minutes later." In this 2015 video on his 51st birthday, Keanu casually walks in LAX airport with no bodyguards despite being worth over $350 million. Although fans keep asking him for photos and stopping him, there was no frustration on his face, and he chatted with them as if he had known them for a long time. He is flying commercial with no fanfare and bodyguards alongside him. Despite paparazzi constantly chasing him for more and more pictures, he is still not flustered. After another lady hit Keanu's bike and blames the bike owner for incorrectly parking it over there, he casually walks up to her, shakes her hand, takes her insurance details, and leaves. Any other celebrity would be furious at this and would instead show different emotions than what Keanu showed.
Yeah, pick it all around. Come on. Out of the street.
Keanu Reeves, Hollywood's ultimate good guy. No matter the time, place, or how many people are waiting, Keanu never turns down a photo request. Whether he's casually sitting on a park bench or attending a high-profile premiere, Reeves treats everyone with kindness and respect. For Keanu, it's not just about pictures, it's about connection. His effortless grace reminds us why he's not just a superstar, but a role model. Who wouldn't love him?
I love this man.
Oh, I love him too.
Jackie. Can I?
She's nervous. We are. I'm so nervous.
Jackie, come on.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wait, I wanna hug him too.
Keanu's compassion reminds us that even the smallest gestures can bring hope. If this story touched you, tell us your favorite part of this video in the comments below. If you loved this story, hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content on different celebrities like this. See you next time.